So picking back up after our April shakedown. I know it's been a while since we've put out a video, bunch of stuff going on in life basically, but we're getting on track again. We're able to go out to Circuit of the Americas a couple of times last couple of months, which was great. Really, that's just a focus on getting back up to speed again, getting some laps under the belt and kind of shaking the dust off. That always takes quite a while for me for whatever reason, given it's almost been a year, right, since we raced. So we're just trying to get back up to speed again. The organization I ride with here in Texas is a really good one. They run a really good program, so check them out. Ride Smart is the name of that place. So we got to ride with those guys over the weekend, which was cool. It was super hot, man. And you see this guy riding the Duck, having some fun, but the guy kept blowing corners. I really think that just ends up being heat fatigue. Riding these big bikes isn't always easy. It takes a lot of concentration, and just being zapped because of the 100+ degree temperatures is a real quick way to get you to lose focus and concentration. And it doesn't take much to go wide. You keep forcing the issue. Every once in a while, it'll kind of bite you, like unfortunately did for this guy. The weekend wasn't without its own issues for me. I was definitely asking too much out of this SC3 with the temperatures being close to 100, and that thing's good for maybe 85 degrees or so. And it about bit me here. As you see, the rear end stepped out quite a bit, and then thank God for traction control. This was a new one. We almost had an incident on staging where a guy stopped for traffic, paying attention. The guy behind him almost didn't, but did a good job in controlling his bike. So definitely keep your heads up when you're staging. Just chill through there. There's no reason to speed through pit lane. Here's a good one of people following. Some of these corners, dude, it's really easy to get sucked in, especially on a big track like that. So just pay attention to who you're following and make sure you got an out. This was an event that really polarized a lot of people on a different social media account. We had a red flag. Everyone's to exit, as we highlight here, and the red flag was thrown pretty early. So naturally, you kind of back off the pace just to make sure you can get off the track quickly. You're not racing anymore. You're not really pushing, just to make sure not to cause another incident. As we approach where the incident was, we didn't know it was here at this point, so I always back off a bit to make sure that there's nothing on the asphalt. No oil, coolant. You don't know why that person went down, right? And I guess this guy saw it as an opportunity to send it up on the inside, even with the red flag in the corner that the incident was. So that's always kind of interesting to me. So drop a comment down below what you think about that, if it kind of tickles your fancy. Sometimes those comments are kind of entertaining. And then we've got a bit of maintenance to be done after a couple of track days at COTA. I always like to put fresh oil in the Duck. It's one of those things that's cheap insurance. As you see here, we just got to remove all the safety wire beforehand. I like to put a little bit of tin foil on the exhaust components. That way, if anything happens to get messy, it's something that's super easy just to throw away, and you don't have any of that oil burning off, or you're not using other stuff to go ahead and clean it. So that's one little pro tip that you may want to look at if you have tight quarters. This shot was supposed to be way cooler, but it wasn't. It's all kind of foggy. We put the camera in the oil stream, thought it was going to be a cool shot, but it wasn't that great, so it is what it is. But at any rate, we got our oil changed, pulling out the filter, making sure everything's all good before we go racing. And so that stuff will be coming up here shortly. We'll get back to some race footage, so stay tuned for that. We'll have some recaps on round 6 at Eagles Canyon Raceway with CMRA. As we get this oil change finish, this is something I always like to do. Not everybody's real big on it. As you see, we run 300V, but I like to pre-fill the filters. Argue in the comments below if that's what you like to do or not. And stay tuned. We've got a couple other videos with full race footage coming